Let us build Egypt. We built America. And then the moment we stopped working for free, they called us what? Lazy. They said we idle, shiftless, good for nothing, right? We was under them in slavery. What did they do to our minds? How they mind control us? You right. I just want to explain it to me. What they do to our minds? They lied to us. What else? You don't travel land and sea to capture a specific people to build your kingdom unless you knew that guaranteed your success. You see that, right? Them capturing the Israelites and bringing us over to build this place, that guaranteed the success of their nation. So we keep 4th of July wearing red, white, and blue. We got red, white, and blue Air Force Ones on, red, white, and blue button up, red, white, and blue jumper. What was you July 4th, 1776? Picking cotton, in slavery. The emancipation went on for another 90 years. So why you keeping that? You wasn't free from Great Britain. So why you keeping that? We were slaves in America and slaves in Great Britain. Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted, brother. I see you trying to make the great escape, Houdini. The Bible says that if the Israelites did not keep his commandments, curses will come upon them and overtake them, right? I'm going to read you one curse. Last one. The last curse. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee.
The thee is the Israelites. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. It says the Lord will bring you, read.
Into Egypt again.
He says, I'm going to bring you into Egypt again. Again. When were the Israelites in Egypt? The first time. Because God says, I'm going to bring you to Egypt again. You said what? Slaves. They were slaves in Egypt. We built the pyramids, right? So God says, if you break my commandments, I'm going to curse you. The last curse was, I'm going to bring you into Egypt again. With what?
With ships.
How do we get to America? What's on the back of the American dollar? A pyramid. Why? Is this literal Egypt? Is this literal Egypt? No, it's spiritual Egypt. Because guess what? They the first ones that put us in slavery, right? They had us build Egypt. We built America. And then the moment we stopped working for free, they called us what? Lazy. They said we idle, shiftless, good for nothing, right? But you went across land and sea to capture us, to bring us over here, to build this place. Then you freeze and say, oh, y'all good for nothing. You don't travel land and sea to capture a specific people to build your kingdom unless you knew that guaranteed your success. You see that, right? Them capturing the Israelites and bringing us over to build this place, that guaranteed the success of their nation. So when they say God bless America, best believe what they saying is, you see that, right, sis? Okay, read that again, come on.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Is it literal Egypt? What is it? What is it? It's a metaphor. It's spiritual Egypt. Exactly, read.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
And that was called the us coming over here on ships is called the trans what? Transatlantic slave trade. It's called the transatlantic slave trade. Why? Because they took us from Africa across the Atlantic Ocean. So it's called the transatlantic slave trade. We were transported over the Atlantic. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Have we seen our homeland any more since then? If you want to go to your homeland in Israel, what you need from the white man? What you need? You need a passport. You're not free. You're not free. Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again. And there.
And what?
And there.
And when you came over here from your land and there in the shores of America, which is spiritual Egypt, read.
Ye shall be sold.
You shall be what?
Ye shall be sold.
Did they put us on auction blocks and say I'm going to start the bidding off at 3/4? $1. I got one. Do I hit 150? 2, do I hit 225? So I got 225 in the back. Do I hit 3? I got 3 in the back. I got 325 in the front. Do I hit 4? Sold to Master Charles, who lives in Virginia. Is that not what happened to us? Is that not what happened to us? This is in all the Bibles. How come Pastor ain't taught that? This in all the Bibles. It says you shall be sold to your enemies for what?
And there you should be sold unto your enemies for bondmen.
Bondmen, meaning men in bondage, men in slavery, chattel slavery, read.
And bondwomen.
Bondwomen, women in bondage, slavery, read.
And no man shall buy you.
What does it mean, no man shall buy you, because you're already sold? It means nobody came and stood up for us as a nation. Nobody said, what do y'all want for the price of their freedom? And slavery over here in the shores of America from 1492 started with the 10 tribes of Israel, from Ephraim on down. Starting from 1492. What nation stepped in and said, you know what? I want to buy the freedom. What do y'all want? Y'all want gold? Y'all want silver? Y'all want money? Nobody gave a damn what they did to us. Nobody. Y'all see that, right? Give me verse 48. And guess what? While we was over here, sold as slaves to them, guess what they did to our minds? What they do to our minds? They lied to us. What else? I know you know. Come closer, but you look smart. Come on, brother. We was under them in slavery. What did they do to our minds? How they mind control us? You right. I just want to explain it to me. Well, give me two things they taught us. Give me two things they taught us. We couldn't read. You right. What else? Right. They taught us we were inferior, right? Very good. So watch this. Because everything that we preach, we got to line up with the Bible, right? This your girl? We're going to come back to that. Read this. Come on.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So remember, we were sold, right? They put us on auction blocks. It says you shall serve your enemies. Because do friends put friends in slavery? Friends don't do that, do they? Friends don't put you on the bottom of a boat shackled. It's roaches and rats running all over the place. You can't even move and hide. You can't even protect yourself. If you have to use the bathroom, where you go? You think he came down there and was like, anybody gotta use the bathroom? You think he did that? Wherever you was laying at. You see that, right? Women was pregnant. Where they had the babies at? Wherever they was chained at, right? Women had their menstrual cycle. Wait, you think they had tampons back then? You think they had some always? Nah. Do friends do that to each other? That's torture, right? That'll make somebody's mind snap, right? A lot of us what? We have mental problems. You wanna know why? Because we are children of a great trauma. We share a collective trauma, a collective injury, a mental injury. Y'all understand? Read what he said again, verse 48, read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
Because you said they taught us that we was inferior, right? They wasn't able to put us on those ships because we inferior. It says, who sent against us?
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Remember, these are the curses. The reason why they was able to conquer us is because we made God mad. If you love your child, right? You're going to be hard on them, right? You're going to get them rules, regulations, chores, right? That's what God gave us. He gave us laws, statutes, and commandments, right? And those things show your love for your child. Because parents will let their kids do whatever the hell they want to do. Do they love the child? No. They don't love that child. So guess what? Laws is a form of love. And if your child do what you say, do they love you? If you give your child rules, right, and they don't do nothing that you give to them, do they love you? That's not love. And then guess what? You're going to punish them, right? So what? So they can learn a lesson and understand that, guess what? There is consequences for disobeying me. I'm trying to do what's best for you. I know what's best for you because I brought you into this world. Well, God brought Israel into this world. God gave Israel commandments. Israel tried to break the commandments. Now we under the hands of our enemies. You see that, right? So since you got a question?
Yes, I wanted you to explain to me before I leave baptism.
Baptism? Okay, all praises. Finish that verse and then we're going to explain baptism. Come on.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemy.
So we have to serve our enemies because we broke God's laws. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
So it's not that we were inferior. It's because God sent them against us. So we was never able to win. You had three different nations, Africans, Arabs, and the white man. They teamed up. They jumped us. We was jumped by three nations. They all had a part in our slavery. You had the Arabs. Look at this photo, y'all. Y'all see this? Arab, white man, and the African. Three different nations to take down the children of Israel. It wasn't just the white man. When he came up to the shores of West Africa, we were already running west from the Arabs in the east. Are what? Middle Eastern, right? They were chasing us from the east because you had the Trans-Saharan slave trade, right? So they was taking us east, right? That was the Sub-Saharan slave trade. Those of us who were being taken west towards the white man, that was the Trans-Saharan slave trade, depending on what direction you were going, Trans-Saharan, Sub-Saharan. So you had 3 nations who took part in our slavery. Y'all understand? So it wasn't that the white man is so great or he's Superman, he Clark Kent. Nah, y'all know we stronger than them. Our women could take them. I'll put one of y'all over a white boy any day. And I'm gonna sit in the car, I know y'all got it. Y'all need me, y'all holler. I know y'all got it. They weak as a people. They don't even got no melanin in their skin. They need SPF 15 to be on a place that requires sunlight. That show you that God don't love them. If God loved them, he would have gave them what they need to survive on a planet that requires sunlight. Would he not? Exactly. Originally they from Mount Seir. They inhabited the Horites land. But I don't want to get off track. We're going to finish this, and then sis want to talk about baptism, and then I want to talk to these two right here, this couple right here. Come on.
Therefore, shalt the Lord...
It's all love, brother. It's all love. Come on.
Therefore, shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, and hunger.
So we got to go to our enemies and hunger. When we get hungry, right? We go to Walmart. We go to these restaurants. It says we got to go to them in hunger. Likewise on the plantation. You say, Master, eyes are hungry. He got you pig guts. Now he give you shrimp, crab, lobster. All those is unclean. Read.
And in thirst.
And in thirst. When you get thirsty, whether you want Aquafina, whether you want Fiji, Hennessy, you think that's a black man drink? Ain't no black man's drink. When we get thirsty, we go to our enemies, even to this day. Read.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness. Everything that we wearing, even my garment. Guess what? I read the tag. Guess what? The cloth might have came from Bangladesh, Taiwan, Vietnam. We don't own the natural textiles that it takes to produce any clothing. Even our house, even if you pay for your house, guess what you still got to pay? Taxes on that house. So in nakedness, meaning what? Your clothes and your shelter. Read.
And in want of all things.
That's where it really gets deep. Because it says, and in want of all things, even your God. Who gave us this? Who gave us this? Let's keep it real. Who gave us these images?
The white man.
The white man gave us. What happens when you have a white God in your heart? How you look at your people who not white? Like what? You heard what she said? Y'all heard what she said? Say it again, sis.
You look at our people less than when it's a white God, they want us to worship them. And they blinded us and all these signs.
Did y'all hear what the sister just said? When there's a white God in your heart and your people are not white, now you look at your people as less than. That's why this curse is so important, because it says not only do we go to him in one of hunger, thirst, and nakedness, and one of all things. They taught us who our God was. We got all. You right. Slow down, my sister. I'm with you. What she said was heavy. She said that you look at your people as less than. The Bible says we would go many days without an image, right? Meaning a proper image. But guess what? Somebody gave us this. And this made us hate ourselves. This made us hate our children. Maybe not you. You came from you had a husband and all that. That is a rare occurrence in these last days. God deals with us as a nation, sis. You understand? Never have a selfish mentality. When I teach, I don't teach about my household. I'm married. I have children. I have a home. All praises to the Lord God, right? That is not the norm. You understand? So it will what? It will behoove me to teach according to the state of my society as a whole. That'll make me effective. You understand? Because we in Section 8. We in the projects. We in a low condition. We packed the prisons. Something is wrong up here. This is a part of it right here. You understand? So maybe you didn't believe this. Maybe she know his hair was like wool, skin was black. But this right here is in the majority, 9 out of 10, maybe 9.9 out of 10 of our people's hearts. Right. And that's why we'll pull a trigger in the tick of a New York minute and put our own people to death. Right. Why? Because we don't look like this. Right. So you have no value. Right. You understand?
I don't teach mine to believe.
I understand that. You're an anomaly again. But guess what? When these people jog through the hood, nobody say a word to them.
Right.
White folks jogging, drinking Starbucks, got a little dog, about 6-inch dog running behind them. Don't none of the goons say nothing. They cool.
Right.
I walk through the, hey, where you from?
Right.
Damn, you ain't say nothing to the white man.
Right.
The white man got shorts this. He got some coochie cutters on.
Right.
He got some Daisy Dukes running through here with no shirt on.
Right.
Red nipples out.
Right.
Nobody say nothing to him. I'm walking through with my family. Where you from? Where your grandma stay? Bro, I'm going to the store.
Right.
Bro, what set you claim? I don't claim no set.
Right.
What are you talking about? We in captivity. This ain't your block neither.
That's right.
But you ain't say nothing to the white man. Because that God is in your heart. You see that, right?
God do not.
Now, read that again. It says, in one of what?
And in want of all things. And he,
This same enemy who gave you to God, because you went to him in one of all things, brought him in food, clothing, shelter. Read.
shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
They put yokes of iron upon our neck, right? For how long?
Until.
What it say?
Until he have destroyed thee.
So now, do we got chains on? You got a chain on your neck right now? No, where's the chain at?
We just in the chain system.
Huh?
We're in the chain system.
Ooh, my sister, she's good. You all right. You all right. Read that last part again. Come on. Because a lot of y'all missed it. Read again.
And he said what?
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
They put chains on our neck. We see movies, Django, 12 Years a Slave, Roots. They had yokes on our neck. Read.
Until he have destroyed thee.
Now ain't no chains on our necks because he's destroyed us. There's a white God in our mind now. We hate one another now. We keep 4th of July wearing red, white, and blue. We got red, white, and blue Air Force Ones on, red, white, and blue button up, red, white, and blue jumper.
Right.
What was you July 4th, 1776?
Bring it out.
Picking cotton
Right.
and slavery. The emancipation went on for another 90 years.
Right.
So why you keeping that? You wasn't free from Great Britain.
Bring it out.
So why you keeping that? We were slaves in America and slaves in Great Britain.
Right.
We lost on both sides. So why we keeping that? Because you destroyed now. You a good slave now. If you got a dog and you don't got to put no chain on him, oh, that's the best dog. You got him trained good. That's us. We have become their dog. We all we want is their well-being. You understand? Remember Malcolm say, the house Negro loved his master so much when he got sick, he said, "What's the matter, boss? We sick?" That's us. Wearing red, white, and blue on 4th of July. We house niggas now.
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support